Assessment of competency to issue plant passports. Module 1. Professional Operator Requirements. Introduction. New plant health legislation, EU Regulation 2016-2031, came into effect on the 14th of December 2019. It introduced wide-ranging changes in the area of plant health. It is implemented in Ireland by Statutory Instrument 459 of 2020. All professional operators must now register with the National Plant Protection Organisation, or NPPO. For Ireland, the NPPO is the Department of Agriculture, Food and the Marine. The requirements for plant passports have changed, and they may only be issued by registered operators who are authorised to do so by the Department. This assessment is part of that authorisation process. Professional operators. Operators must register with the Department if professionally involved in activities such as planting, breeding, growing, selling, importing and moving plants, plant products and other objects. The following are examples of professional operators: nurseries, garden centres, multiple stores that trade plants, landscapers, landscape architects, online retailers and local authorities or county councils. Professional Operator Assessment. Please pay careful attention to the information that follows to enable you to complete the online assessment. Modules 1 to 4 contain information which a competent professional operator is expected to be familiar with. Competency to issue plant passports must be demonstrated by successful completion of the online assessment and a satisfactory on-site inspection by a department inspector. The information contained in these modules is also available on the Department website at the link below. Assessment process. A score of 80% in each module is required to successfully complete the assessment. Multiple attempts are permitted. An email confirming a successful result will issue to the email address you supply. This must be submitted with the application form for authorisation for approval to issue plant passports. An on-site inspection to confirm competency will follow. Equipment, facilities and the capacity to carry out the required measures will be checked by a department inspector. Module 1. Professional Operator Requirements. New terms and definitions. Authorised Professional Operator. An authorised professional operator means a registered operator authorised by the Department to issue plant passports. A final or end user is anyone who acquires plants or plant products for their own personal use. Plant products means unmanufactured material of plant origin and those manufactured products which may create a risk for the spread of quarantine pests, like coniferous wood. Other objects means any material or object other than plants or plant products which is capable of harbouring or spreading pests. This includes soil or growing medium like wood packaging material. Plants means living plants and the following parts of plants: seeds in the botanical sense, other than those not intended for planting; fruits in the botanical sense; vegetables; tubers, corms, rhizomes, roots, rootstocks, stolons; shoots, stems, runners; cut flowers; branches with or without foliage; and cut trees retaining foliage. Plants means living plants and the following parts of plants: leaves and foliage; plant tissue cultures including cell cultures, germplasm, meristems, chimeric clones, micropropagated material, live pollen and spores; buds, budwood, cuttings, scions and grafts. The legal obligations for authorised professional operators and the requirements around issuing plant passports are all set out in EU Plant Health Regulation 2016-2031 and Statutory Instrument 459 of 2020. You can find this legislation at the links below which are also on the department website. Authorised professional operator requirements. Professional operators must demonstrate they have the necessary knowledge of the rules for examinations concerning union quarantine pests, protected zone quarantine pests, and union regulated non-quarantine pests that could affect plants, plant products and other objects. They must also demonstrate they have the necessary knowledge of best practices, measures and other actions required to prevent the presence and spread of the pests referred to in the plant health regulation. Professional operators must also have an effective plan to be followed in case of any suspected occurrence or findings of the pests referred to in the plant health regulation. They must be able to demonstrate the necessary knowledge and competence to perform the required examinations of the plant, plant product or other object for the relevant pests and to take the measures referred to in the regulation. Professional operators must demonstrate that they possess or have access to the necessary equipment and facilities to perform the required examinations, and also the capacity to take the measures referred to in the regulation. This will be assessed by a department inspector at the on-site inspection. Each professional operator must provide contact details for a competent person to be available to communicate with the department in relation to plant health. Changes to traceability requirements. Plant passports will be dealt with in detail in Module 2. In summary, all plants for planting now require a plant passport when they're moved from one professional operator to another. Plant passports are not required for plants, plant products and other objects supplied directly to final users, with the exception of protected zone host plants and online sales. Professional operators must maintain records for plants supplied to and received from other professional operators for at least 3 years. Professional operators are required to have a traceability system in place to allow identification of the movement of plants, plant products and other objects. Registered professional operators must submit an annual update with any changes to their registration details by the 30th of April each year. However, the department must be notified of any change to the name, contact person details or address of the premises within 30 days of the change. If the department becomes aware that a registered operator no longer carries out activities specified in the registration or that details have changed, the operator will be contacted to correct those parts of their registration. The operator must provide the correct information within the period of time set by the department, otherwise they risk having the registration revoked. For further information, please contact the Horticulture and Plant Health Division of the Department of Agriculture, Food and the Marine.